Hello you tappers, and welcome to this brand new project. It doesn't quite have a name yet. It's about nothing. Opinions, news, stuff like that. I intend to expand it every time more, but for the moment, let's begin with the material we have and skip the formalities. According to a reporter from CBS named Reuter, Roche Pharmaceuticals advancing cancer has promising data with some trials. Supposedly, America could finally find the cure for cancer one day. But let's not forget the only word that seems to be the only constant in this kind of news. The word efforts. It's always promising efforts. But no one cares about that. You know what will be great? Results. Now don't get me wrong. It will be great if they will finally find the cure for cancer. But I believe that such cure going to the public will be a rare incident if such cure will be going to the public. Let me explain myself. Now, cancer treatments are expensive, and I mean a ton of money. And most of the times it's continuous treatment, which means continuous income to researchers and doctors. Now, to my perspective, if I were one of the scientists or doctors in the area of expertise, I wouldn't like it if my continuous income will be replaced by one definite amount of money, no matter how big. Now don't get me wrong. I know that there are people that actually want to find a cure, and with passion. But if history has taught us something, is that people like such have always been shut up by people that always use trickery and, most important, money against such people. And it's angering to me that we still haven't found a definite cure with a treatment. And what is angering most to me is that we seem very satisfied with an expensive and not definite treatment. Now, according to the International Business Times, on an article written by Charles Pouladian, France is attacking the consistent problem of sexism in video games. And I think that's an amazing idea. But if we're speaking about sexism, is video games really the place we should be attacking right now? How about culture, or movies, or life itself? Now I know it sounds very funny, life itself. But let's face it, we haven't solved the sexism problem to the point where we should be attacking video games. It's presented in a lot of places way much more important than video games. And I hear news of it every day. Now I'm getting off track here. What this article is really about is about monetary incentives to diversity in video games. And that is cool for me. That is really cool. But be warned, Kojima, they're coming for you. And now I'd like to move to a different section of this program. A section I would like to call Rough Watch. Rough Watch. A 7-year-old kid was attacked to death by a dog. The owner says the dog had never shown any signs of being aggressive, that he was always a good and loving dog. Now this is the main reason why I decided to make this program, and this section in particular, because of news like this. We all know how it goes. Probably the villagers are right now readying their rakes and torches, yelling for the dog to be killed. Now this is the main reason why I decided to start this project. Because of news like this. Now, the owner says the dog had no reasons to attack the kid. And I believe him. Now, I don't know the kid. I don't know the facts. But I do know one thing. People always go around saying that dogs don't have feelings, that dogs don't kill like the rest of animals. If that's so, then why the taff do we keep sentencing animals to death every time they defend themselves against a nervy little kid? One thing I know is that a dog never comes to life biting around, hating people for no apparent reason. And no, dogs have never been the first aggressor in all my experience, which is large in this subject, especially when it comes to nervy little kids. On another rough watch news, the rakes have been flailed, the torches have been burnt. No, not everybody, many people are familiarized with the story of the gorilla that was killed because he mauled a dog in a zoo in Cincinnati. According to CBI, on an article by Kate Gibson, the zoo is now wondering if they should still be expanding their gorilla exhibit. Apparently, the kid was attacked in the middle of a 12 million fundraising to expand the gorilla exhibit of the zoo. Now, before you get angry for my previous use of the quotes, let me explain myself. When I use the quotes, I mean that let's not forget who the real victim here is. A big furry fella named Harambe. Now, his home wasn't taken away from him. He was already born in a Taffin prison. Now, that's supposed to be his home, no? He was born in it, after all. To my perspective, the furry big fella dragged around the kid around his home, by the leg, and scolded him a little. Supposedly the kid is fine, or so I believe. But now the gorilla is dead because of that. I don't even think even up there he knows what he did wrong. Now, I understand Harambe very well. If I also lived in a secluded place and a kid suddenly fell from the sky, I would also carry him around my house wondering where the hell do I put this thing? They never gave me a trash can. Now, in this article by Kate Gibson, it's mentioned a man named Stuart. Stuart runs 3 animal shelters, and he mentions how he is bothered by how people think it's cute, those stories of those animals that are born in a zoo. But no one ever stops to wonder that those animals that are born in a zoo are animals that are going to spend the rest of their lives in a cage. And I understand his anger very well. The gorilla wasn't guilty of anything. If anyone's guilty here, it's a neglecting parent and the director of the zoo. No, you should not add more gorillas to the exhibit. You should not enlarge that exhibit. Having a gorilla to show every day is ridiculous. Instead, you should add more precautionary measures for those animals who can't understand the beings that have in front of them. Yes, I do mean people. I'm saying you should add more security measures so that people can't access the cages in which the gorillas are. Because apparently, yes, people be that stupid. So that's about everything in this project. I hope you'll continue to watch my videos. It's not about news, it's about people, it's about opinions, it's about stuff that happens. With a grumpy Taffer as your host. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later, you Taffers.